Hello, hello, hello. It's Kevin here. So, we haven't made the video for a while now. It's been a few weeks. We've had other matters to occupy us, So, the last videos that we did, we were looking at task 1. We did a pie chart, a map, a graph, a table. I think before that, it was 60 essays. Essay introductions, and for today we're going to look at essay number 61. So a discussion, discuss both your views and give your opinion. Some people say that the best way to improve public health is by increasing the number of sports facilities. Others, however, say that this would have little effect on public health and that other measures are required. Discuss both these views and give your own opinion. So, how can you paraphrase this? That's the first thing. So, as we've spoken about before, when you're writing your essay, you need to spend about 5 minutes at least analysing the question, making a plan. Okay, what's your main ideas? Think of some reasons, etc. So we've got to talk about both these things. So the main issue is public health. Okay, what does that mean exactly? And how would you address this? So, how can you paraphrase? Well, if it says some people say, a good way is simply to say according to some. Instead of saying a multitude of people, which I have seen, which is nonsensical, all you've got to do is simply say according to some, blah, 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 X is Y, Z, etc. And that's it. So the best way to improve, well, another way of paraphrasing, instead of using a synonym, change the word form, improve, improving, or the best way to achieve improvements in the public health. So improve, improving, improvements, etc. Okay. The public health, the health of the public, you say the general health or whatever, However, change in punctuation and position. Instead of having however at the second position in the middle of the sentence, have it at the start. Say, argue, limited or little, effect, required, need to be considered. So there's quite a few different things that we could use here. Okay, so my view, I think, having more gyms and pools would certainly be a good start to get people to work out. So let's have a look at an introduction. Okay, according to some, having more sporting facilities would be the best way of improving the health of the public. However, others argue that this would have a limited effect on public health and that other measures need to be considered. In my view, having more gyms, pools, etc. would certainly be a start in this regard. And then in paragraph 2, I talk about having more gyms and facilities, which would be my opinion. Paragraph 3, the opposite view, we need to do other things, maybe more public health checks or screening or government awareness about healthy eating, or whatever, okay? So that's how we could proceed with this. Now, where are we? Where are we? Seems to be a blank page there. Here. So, our members' paragraphs. Now, the subject of increasing public health has been one of paramount importance. Now, I highlighted that because I know some people think or like to think, or do, in fact, put a general sentence, an overview for the introduction, sometimes known as a hook sentence or a general introduction to the background of a topic. You can do, but you don't really need it. I think it's just best to, get to the point as quickly as possible. The criteria says, clear, direct, simple. So, paramount importance, and it doesn't say that. It doesn't say that. It simply says, some people think to improve health we should do this, others say no, we should do that. And that's it. While some individuals believe that increasing the number of sports facilities helps to improve, now we don't really need an article here because it's public health in general. I strongly deem. Are you writing in the Bible? No. So I strongly believe. Deem's a little bit old-fashioned and nobody uses it. I strongly believe that it has a little effect. Oh, I didn't even see that. Oh dear, take that out. Little effect on it. Again, effect in general terms. And some other measures like, or such as, health insurance and having medical checkups, because appointment is not quite the same thing, on a regular basis would provide. Now, you can't override results. What does that even mean? So, would provide more positive results. Okay? Now, while some people believe that building more sports-related places, such as gyms and basketball courts, is the most effective method to promote public health, others argue that this is not a perfect way to do so. That's good so far. However, empty sentence, it tells me nothing. In this essay, I will do exactly what I've been asked to do by the examiner. What a waste of words. What's the point of that? We know that's what you will do because you've been told to do so. So why don't you simply say, some people think X, some people think Y, in my view, blah, 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 blah. Why don't you tell us? This is why I call these an empty sentence, because it tells us nothing. There is an opinion that if the proportion now sports equipment is not the same as the facilities. The facilities are the physical infrastructure, the buildings, the basketball courts, the pools. Equipment is the stuff that's inside, like the weights and the different things. So it's not equipment as such. So I would be a little bit careful there, or cautious when choosing a synonym. Equipment is not strictly speaking the same as the facilities. So if they increased, we would. Don't forget your modal verb of possibility. We would have a healthier society. Well, now the word order of that was not so good, so I changed it. Well, other people think that this would not be effective and that other measures are needed. So that was easier to just change that. And this would not have an effective impact, or why not simply say it would not be effective and that other measures are needed. In my point of view, there are enough facilities in cities, and what we need is to have more healthy programs and make the public, because who are we making aware? Make the public aware of the importance of a healthy body. So what's your word order there? According to some, now you'll notice I didn't change anything in this. According to some, increasing the number of sports facilities is the best way to enhance. Good synonym for improve people's health. It doesn't mean quite the same thing, but it will do. However, others believe that this action does not have any considerable positive impact unless it is accompanied by other measures. I agree with the latter view because encouraging people to have a balanced diet as well as doing sports plays a crucial role in improving their health condition. Now, you could just say improving their health. We don't really need that. Which is not necessarily achieved by merely raising. Well, we wouldn't say you don't really raise a number. You usually by increasing the number of facilities. And we don't need that article. Never noticed that. Sorry, but I had a quick look earlier this morning, so I missed that. So that's good, pretty good. Okay, now I had to change a few things here. According to some, they think. Okay, according to some, in order to obtain improvements in public health, the best method is to increase the number of sports facilities. While others argue about the effectiveness of this measure, which they assume, not assumed, has fewer effects on the subject of public health. End the sentence there, because that next part is not very good. And then have a new sentence. I believe other critical actions are essential if we are aiming to improve public health. So there's a bit of grammar and a bit of vocab, word order. It was easier to simply, end that sentence there, eliminate that, and simply start, I believe. So that's not bad, but you can see I had to make a couple of changes there. Right, that's it really, pretty straightforward. Don't forget to join us on the channel. We've got lots of videos. You can find me on the English Native on YouTube and on my site as well. And okay, that's it. Not too bad. I'll just leave my introduction on the screen. You can have a look at that, and we'll see you for number 62 in the future.